Hey everybody, it's Tony here with ARO-Online, and today I'm in beautiful Nashville, Indiana at Brown County State Park. Alright, well, as I said in the intro, I'm at Brown County State Park, kind of south central Indiana, and I'm actually right now I'm at the Ogle Lake parking lot, which is going to serve as the home base for the majority of my hiking today. So we are going to start on Trail 7 this morning, mostly because I thought this was going to be a trail that might get busy later today, because it is going to be the warmest day of the year so far. Oh, look at that. Just beautiful. Wow. Very cool. Very cool. All right. So as I said, the Ogle Lake parking lot will be my home base for a lot of things this morning, a lot of hiking. And I'm going to start with 7, do 4 and 5 off of 7, as well as 9 and 11. I think it's 9 and 11 or 9 and 10. They all start kind of off of Trail 7 here, and then come back to the parking lot, and I'll do 8 going the other direction. So we're going to do trails 11 to trail 9. So it's 2.7 miles out and then 2.7 miles back. We'll do that later. And then the trail 9 loop over there is, I forget how far. But for now, we're going to start down this way, which is trail 7. And just, man, will you look at that view. That is just something else. Alright. Well, I'm going to be around this lake quite a bit this morning, so I need to get my move on. Brown County is one of the more well-traveled parks in Indiana, and that's a really pretty little stream. Very cool. So the trails are, I think, in general pretty well maintained. I actually haven't hiked here in a long time because I have avoided state parks in general as much as possible, but definitely the busier ones. Gorgeous. We just started, we're entering the nature preserve portion of Ogle Hollow. Still on trail 4, but I believe we're pretty close to the little loop with trail 5. I'll tell you, I don't know how well it comes through on the camera. These little pops of green are just all over the place. So it's pretty exciting. So we hit the end of trail 4 and beginning of trail 5. 5 goes both directions. And I believe I need to go this way. Let me check. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to hike this direction. It's a little loop, and then it comes back to this spot. And then I'll continue on Trail 5 the other way, back to Trail 4. The trail's been pretty good so far. There has been some water and mud on the trail, but nothing you can't just get over. I'm going to try and jump this. Me and my 270 pounds of athleticism. Oh. I made it. My water bottle did not. So I'm up here at the top, the parking lot. Huge picnic area, all that. And I'm going over here to Trail 4. But I will say, that was quite the butt kicker coming up. First sustained hill I've had to climb all year. Definitely woke me up. So I'm still on Trail 4 heading back to Trail 7. You can see there's some switchbacks down there. This has been a pretty easy, mostly downhill climb so far. Gentle downhill, not very steep. Okay. So I'm back on 7 and 4 right now, heading across to where 5 and 7 were, or meet up. And then I'll be heading back on 7. There's the sign for 4 and 7. And we all remember that beautiful sign. So I got probably half mile or so left on Trail 7. And then I'll be back to my truck. Alright, so we're at the kind of start of the Trail 8 loop, and obviously that bridge has been damaged. And unlike last week, they actually have a sign saying don't go across. It looks like I can make it across still, but I've hiked up Trail 8 to Hesitation Point. That is really pretty. There is a parking lot and interpretive center up here. Might be a toilet back there. And there are mountain bike trails that intersect up here. Alright, so I made the intersection. So, Tulip Tree Shelter, Hesitation Point, and then this way to Ogle Lake. I'm going to go this way, then towards the west overlook, and then back around. I'll come back this way and then do this section of the trail again. So I am at the west lookout. This little spur to get here is pretty tight and narrow, but let's go see what we can see. Very cool. Obviously, I'm back at my truck, and I didn't film much on the way back on Trail 8. It was super busy with people, and yeah, I just was not wanting to film around people, and there wasn't a whole lot to look at. Anyways, it was just trail. Nothing's really all that spectacular. I'm just gonna eat some lunch, some beef jerky, and a granola bar, rehydrate a little bit, and then I'm gonna head out and do 9 and 11. I'm about maybe a half a mile or so in on Trail 11. I did not record at the start because the parking lot was so crazy, and just there was even a few people that I passed right there at the start of Trail 11. So anyways, I am moving along pretty nicely. I would say there's a big hill at the start. You go up and down, and it's a pretty big butt kicker. And for whatever reason, on Trail 8, my knee started hurting when I go downhill. I'm trying to brace it a little bit, but man, it is quite painful. So I imagine this loop of about 8 miles will be all that I get through for today. Some pretty rough stream crossings down here. I'm a little past halfway on Trail 11. I don't really understand why it's labeled as Trail 9 and 11 so much. Definitely not that way on the map. Some beautiful pine trees. Right over there is the intersection with Trail 9, I'm pretty sure. I see a few signs and some people sitting on benches or something. I took a little rest break on this ridge that I've been walking on for the last bit, but feeling better. Walking on flat ground, working out my hip and my knee. So, look at that view. Beautiful. I am on Trail 9 at this point, and I'm taking the long leg of the loop for Trail 9 first, so that when I get over to the campground, I'll be more than halfway done. So that's kind of my thought process. So I am about 4 miles in. Looks like I'm walking through a dry stream bed here. This part of Trail 9, so you come away from the road, the logging road, you come down a hill. It's pretty decent grade, and you hit down here, and it's basically flat down here. You're in kind of a ravine. There's a hill there and a hill over there. I think I'm going slightly uphill, or averaging uphill, and Yeah, I'm closing in on the campground that's over here. Well, good morning. I'm back at the park after a terrible night's sleep. Went over to Yellowwood, set up my tent, tried to get to sleep, dozed off, thunderstorms rolled through, woke me up. Then I kind of finally got back to sleep. Then I realized I was hearing funny noise, and it was somebody had gotten their vehicle stuck. Turns out they were actually trying to jump another person's car, and that person's car was because it had a dead battery or whatever, and they had kids, and they were trying to go home or whatever to get away from the thunder and lightning. Kids were scared. Pulled that guy's car out, used my jump pack on her vehicle, and then went back. Had a hard time getting back to sleep. Finally started dozing off. Thunder and lightning comes back with a vengeance. And then there was a strike that couldn't have been very far away with how loud it was, and kind of shook the ground. So then at that point, I went ahead and came into the truck and tried to catch some sleep, but the only good period of sleep was probably from about 4:30 to 7:30, so I'm actually a little bit behind where I would like to have been. I wanted to be on the trail at least half hour ago because it's 8:30 now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get going. I'm at the Discovery Trail and Trail 6, I believe is what it is. Make sure. Yeah, the Discovery Trail and Trail 6, which leave from the Nature Center, which is right behind you. Gotta find them and start knocking these out. I'm expecting the conditions to be horrible today after all of the rain last night. Alright, so we have Trail 6 and we have the Friendship Circle. So I am going to do... Oh, that's just a seating area. Friendship Circle. There's a Friendship Trail that's super short, so I thought maybe that's what it was. But go ahead and do this Trail 6. I think it's a mile and a half out and back with a little loop around Stall Lake. It's really pretty. Alright. Trail 6 loops around the lake. Very cool. Alright, so found the Discovery Trail. I'm gonna guess there's no maps in here. Nope. Which, not surprising since we're not into the park open season, but that's alright. So obviously there will be little stations along the way, and I believe it's supposed to be a half-mile loop. Alright, so I just did the Friends Trail. I didn't record it because it's very short and it's paved. Nice little trail. And Trail 10 is in the same parking lot. There is privy here. And it starts right back there. It's just beautiful. I love overcast days like this. Like partly cloudy. It's just one of my favorite things. I don't want it to necessarily be solid gray overcast, but having some nice puffy clouds in the sky. It's always pleasant to look at or sleep in a hammock under. I'm at the, I hope the bottom of this trail. It's been a good distance, like straight downhill on a track kind of like this. I don't know that it qualifies as a service or logging road, but you know, wide enough for like a side-by-side or something. So you could definitely put two people next to each other on this trail, maybe three. I'm almost back to the where the loop split. Just gonna make this last little climb up here. I will say, going straight up here at this intersection, that downhill is harder than this uphill over on this side, coming up this way. So, depending on which direction you prefer to be more difficult, you may want to hike it, I guess counterclockwise, or no, clockwise instead of counterclockwise. I'm here behind A. Martin Lodge for trails 1, 2, and 3. It says trail 2 is closed ahead. I don't really know, but I do hear a lot of chainsaws running. So I'm not real sure what I'm going to do here, but I'm going to start with trail 1. See if I can't figure out what's going on with trail 2. I may not be able to do it. I understand why trail 2 is closed. It's like they're building a road or something. A drainage ditch. So yeah, there's trail 2 and it's closed, but you can see that after that platform there's just John Deere tractors and stuff down there. So that must have happened last night, and took out that tree, and they were down here working on cleaning it up this morning because that appears to be a horse trail. I'm on trail 3. And behind that tree is the horse barn. There were several people up at the amphitheater, and I didn't feel like recording up there at the very start, but this trail doesn't seem to be maybe as heavily trafficked because there's some areas that go across grass and the trail's not worn through the grass, so well, I'm down here by the horse stables again. There's a beautiful stream. Sorry the footage is a little shaky. My gimbal did die, so thought I would just finish off the video here with a stationary shot instead of me walking up, because there's the lodge up there, so I'm almost done. Just want to say thanks for watching. Hope it was enjoyable for you, And until next time, I hope you can get out and enjoy a hike of your own.